Hello, my name is Elijah, and for today, I will be telling you all about the Age of Exploration. But before I get started, let me tell you the things that this video will include. The video animation will include Christopher Columbus, the pros and cons of the Age of Exploration, the cause and effects of the Age of Exploration, the history of the Age of Discovery, and the unknown islands and raw materials. Tell you about a man that is known to be a very well known explorer. That man is the one and only Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus was the explorer that traveled all across the Atlantic Ocean from Spain. He was given the task to find a direct route from Europe to Asia. Sadly, he never did. Instead, he discovered the land that is called the America. Although he was not the first person to discover it, countless people have already been living here. At the end of the 15th century, it was almost impossible to reach Asia from Europe by traveling on land, since the route on land would be very long and it will be filled with countless hostiles who will try to rob the items you will transport. This was when Portuguese explorers had the idea to travel on water instead of land. The explorers sailed south along the West Africa coast and around the Cape of Good Hope. But Christopher Columbus had a better idea. His idea was to sail to the west across the Atlantic. He believed that traveling by ship from Europe to Asia was not only possible but easier. Columbus wanted fame and fortune from this voyage, so he made a deal of keeping the 10% of the riches he will find. The era known as the Age of Exploration is also sometimes referred to as the Age of Discovery. The Age of Exploration began in the 15th century up until the 17th century. It was the time when Europeans were traveling across the seas to search for new trading routes, wealth, and knowledge. The Europeans wanted resources since this would greatly help them in getting more materials from other countries. It would also benefit them in trading because of the traveling routes discovered. The Age of Exploration transformed geography into modern science. How did the Age of Exploration start and why? You see, the Age of Exploration started because of the many nations looking to discover new materials and resources. But this was not the only thing they were interested in. They were also interested in discovering new trade routes and silk trades. When the Ottoman Empire took control of Constantinople in 1453, meaning it blocked European access to the area, severely limiting their use of trade, meaning it would be hard for them to trade because they are being limited in their use of trade because of the Ottoman Empire. It also blocked access to the North Africa and the Red Sea, two very important trade routes to the Far East. Although the Portuguese, Spanish, Italians, and others have been playing the Mediterranean for generations, most sailors kept well within sight of land or traveled known routes between ports. Prince Henry, the navigator, changed that, encouraging explorers to sail beyond the map routes and discover new trade routes to West Africa. Because again, it would help them if the explorers discover new trading routes through Africa. In the 15th and 16th century, Europeans wanted to explore the Far East for an easier trade route to India and other continents for raw materials and their other products as they don't have the experience, time, funds, or availability to do so. So, in 1492, Columbus set sail to find an easier sea route towards India for its spices and copper. Instead, they sailed first to South America and found gold. Instead, they reached the Indian Peninsula in 1511. Sometime afterward, after Portuguese and Spain established their colonies around Southeast Asia, other European countries explored continents and did the same as well to establish a government as well. And because they too wanted a place where they could get raw materials from, such as British, India, French, Hindu, and China. As time went on, because of the explorations of Europeans back in the day, it heavily influenced mostly other countries, especially in Southeast Asia, as colonization took place, which meant there were changes and similarities to forms of government in those countries. Many reasons were considered to be the cause of the age of exploration. The first reason would be because of the Europe searching for a new trade route so that the time they need trade products and materials will decrease. The second reason is the rise of the monarchies of Europe. With the rise of monarchies of Europe, they funded the explorations of different explorers to search throughout different lands to either conquer or trade with the lands. The third reason is the massive improvements in Europe in their navigational technology, which has helped the explorer further than before, giving them a better chance in discovering more land. The last reason was that European was interested in the culture of different lands. Prince Henry, the navigator, was the first person to explore the seas during these times under Portugal's name. He went on an expedition into the Atlantic Ocean. He discovered and conquered the Madeira Islands and Azores. But his true objective was to explore West Africa. Christopher Columbus was a famous explorer and he explored under Spain's name. Christopher Columbus was never able to explore Asia, but he was able to explore North America. The effects of these expeditions were to discover of new lands. The increase in advancements in both technology and knowledge of the world used to make it easier for travels. This also ended Europe's need for new trade routes to Asia and increased the Europeans' range of communication. Age of exploration opened many opportunities for many nations in discovering resources and trading routes. Because of the big impact of the age of exploration, there were the pros and cons of it. First, let us start with the pros of the age of exploration. Because of the age of exploration, we were able to expand the idea of the map, making it more accurate and detailed. This led to many explorers like Christopher Columbus making their journey easier and faster. Europeans were able to acquire a compass, gunpowder, porcelain, and silk from Asia, while Asians received glassware, woolen cloth, wine, telescopes, and glasses from Europe. The number of hungry people is reduced by potatoes from America and rice from Asia. American salt helps food that are shipped overseas so that they do not spoil easily. Because of the growing trading of resources from different places, diseases are now easier to reach from place to place because of the materials they are transporting. Poverty increased during these times because of job loss. This led to even children working jobs whilst getting paid with low income. Because of the growing trade with different nations, the culture of one nation will lose its originality because it is traded with different countries. This will lead to them possibly copying it, leading to losing one's originality. That concludes the age of exploration. From what we discussed, we can already see that the age of exploration was indeed a very beneficial event in our history since it opened us to trading and led to many technological advancements. That is all. Thank you for watching our animation and we hope you gain knowledge about the age of exploration. Thank you!